Welcome to The Artistry Creates the World. I am with Judith Langford. Style me. Style me. Style. What's up, Judith?
Hi, Gary.
Peace.
Peace.
Relax.
I think. Okay.
So,
Go
tell
ahead.
us first about that spread that you just got.
Yes, I am a published stylist in Element Magazine. Element Magazine is a beauty and fashion digital magazine online. It's out of New York. We got a 6-page editorial spread. I am a self-published stylist.
6-page, y'all.
6-page.
And Judith styled me for the VMAs this past summer, and boy did I need help. But that's another story. Anyway, but they were giving me these faces when I was picking stuff that was like her and Marco. They teamed up on me, and they were like, "No, girl, you know." But I learned a lot about the importance of stylists and why you need such a person as yourself. So tell me, how long have you been a stylist?
I've been a stylist 5 years.
Hmm. And how'd you get hooked up with Marco? I mean, that's some hookup.
Actually, I was recommended by Marco by a coach, and Marco's my mentor now, my friend. I love Marco Hall.
Marco Hall. And so, what is art to you? I saw you walking down Broad Street today as you met me before the interview, and I was like, that's Judith. I could see her 2 miles away. That style all over you.
Art is fashion to me. Art is self-expression. It's a lifestyle that you should own and love and just be yourself.
Mm. That's so important in our culture now because people they want to be something, but they don't want to be themselves. Um, and I'm just thinking about, our first interview we did together was on the 27 bus. I was just so desperate for interviews. And I was begging Judith. She's like, no, Gary, no. And I have the iPod here, and we bumping and bumping, boom, boom, boom. What is art? Boom, 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 boom.
All that noise, we did it.
And it's historic now because I know I will always go back to it. And is that my only interview? Yeah, I think you're the only one I did on the bus.
On the bus. You did something at Whole Foods that you chopped it up
Oh
with.
yeah, that was cool too.
Yeah,
when
that
you had
was
that
cool.
tweed coat on. Yeah.
Right.
Cool, yeah.
Right.
So, tell me about how do you feel about this Newark artistic environment?
Well, it's growing into brought into culture. It's great to see that it's coming alive and that it's vibrant and it's bringing art throughout the city, which is important because it's the culture that matters.
And what are some of your favorite artists beside Marco? I mean, people that you have watched. It could be locally or it can be national.
Well, Jerry Gant. Jerry Gant. He's still here, as far as I'm concerned. He's, all over Newark, and he is one of my favorite artists.
And why so with Jerry? What stuck out with Jerry?
Jerry's way of always encouraging us to be our best self, to document our work, and to just keep doing it.
Hmm. Anybody else off the top of your head?
I like Falsehood's work.
Oh,
I like
Leo.
Falsehood.
Oh. Yeah, I love Leo too. Such a tremendous talent, and I just love how he's taken this apparel line, and it has exploded, and it's so unique, it's so different. Just have to follow it and check it out. Now, so just talk about for a minute, what do you offer people when a person comes to you and they say, I need a stylist? So how does that look from your eyes? Or what is your goal?
I normally give them a consultation to see what their needs are, and I make suggestions, and they could either go shopping with me or I go shopping for them. But I'm always concerned about them owning their style, and I implement that in my styling and make suggestions
And
to critique them.
Yeah, and don't worry about space and time because you can also Send pictures and ideas. There's no excuse if you need a stylist, no matter where you are, and you're feeling Judith. Follow her. Hi, you like that? You feeling Judith, and you follow her IG or on Facebook, and hit her up, and you'll be amazed. Trust me, you will be amazed. Won't you?
Yes. Won't you?
Yes, you will. Let's talk about when did you know you were really an artist? How did that come about? Was that like I was 3 years old and I put a dress on a Barbie doll?
I've always loved color and art and Art Deco, so I always gravitate to beautiful things, statement pieces, and I've been doing it most of my life. So there you have it.
Right. And how do you see, where would you like to be in 5 or 10 years? If in your perfect world, where would you like to be? Would you stay here in Newark? Would you be in California? Would you be traveling abroad or all over?
A little bit of everything. LA is hot. I would love to venture out there to make connections and to just build and brand myself broader. But I would probably still have to have New York. I love New York.
Yeah, there's no other New York. I was just thinking a few weeks ago, I come back from Newark and New York, especially on the weekend, because New York has much more culture in terms of the stores. You can go walk down Broadway and get tons and loads of ideas, get inspired. You also have the libraries. You have the Barnes and Nobles. There's so many places where you get so much more culture on the weekends than over in Newark. Newark has a lot of stuff during the week, but on the weekends, so that mix, that vibe between Newark and New York is just like, and if you're any type of artist that wants to grow and chew on not only culture, but what people are doing, what people are trying, what people have done historically, it's so wide open over here. It's so wide open. And I didn't even talk about the museums.
And the street style in New York.
Street style, yes.
Bill Cunningham was a photographer for New York Times. He did street style. He would just stop you and just take pictures of you, become your friend, and he just loved doing it. And he has a great documentary. Just blowing him up. I love him.
No. Street style is important. I think we've seen the big companies go to street style in the last, 3 to 5 years?
That's right.
It's so funny. I look at Adidas.
Right.
Adidas is trying to do stuff that I seen Jerry do 5 and 6, 7 years ago.
Yes.
And they're trying to, and it's, to me, it's still corny.
You said it was.
yeah, it's still corny, but, they know that people want that street style, because street style, it's not even hip hop. It's like this place of not only comfortable clothing or comfortable apparel, but apparel that I think speaks to the person, as you talk about in terms of being a stylist.
Yeah.
You want that style to speak the language of that person, and that's not necessarily dictated by the norms of fashion
in the industry.
That you're right. They go up and down, every 10 years or whatever. So important. So it's wide open for a lot of people, especially people as yourself, because you need to have a good stylist when you're doing stuff. You might be hot, sister. You might be hot, brother, but you need that touch. It's like that touch that somebody can look at you from a different vantage point and see some things and add some things to your overall look that will just make you look.
And then you have to be open for style. You have to embrace it.
Yes.
You must embrace it. And you have to be open for change. You have to get unstuck.
Very good. And I will end on that note that as an artist, not only if you're getting a new stylist, but you need to get unstuck. That's whether if you've been in school or if you're self-trained. Always find yourself moving. Always keep yourself fresh. It's like a river that moves. It has to move. You need to wash and move into something else. So expose yourself to other people. Check out Judith's page. Check out my stuff and listen to some of the artists.
And let me give them mine.
Yes, and where can I find you?
You can find me at Stylist J Langford on Instagram. On Facebook, it's Judith Langford. And I would like to end with one of my little quotes.
She has a quote.
I love love, I know love, I give love. Be love.
Say it again. Say it again.
I
Jugu,
know,
jugu, 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 jugu.
I know love, I give love, I show love, be love.
She changed it. That's okay. Peace, we out. Artists, keep recreating your world. Peace.